This is about Naseem Aariz. Now he's taking revenge on my posts, old posts, or, the ones I said that voices were coming. Sorry. Greetings, this is me, Zara Berserk. Um, I heard of a Gilgiti a long time ago. Could he be his son, a Shia Gilgiti, who was, he was a bad man. Did they send, did my enemy here, just showing you the screenshot I've taken. So, is it, if you call your brother, we will harm him. Yes, he's happy about this. So, I just came for this and I thought I'd continue a little bit. Oh my God, and I don't know, I'm alone here, but I do have brothers and sisters. The thing is that someone like him had some time ago ended up ringing the bell of my apartment, and my brother had told me not to open the door for strangers here. So I didn't open the door. I actually complied with what my brother had told me. Uh, so you see now this. And another thing is that you would think, huh, I started to think, yeah, did I get angry at him? Like if my brother had told me something like this, would I have gotten angry at him? Since I shared Christian Prince's life on his messenger, and I brought about like how stupid can we be Muslims, right? Even as Shias, to have followed this religion and abided by it, abided by the rules of this religion. Okay, so just coming here, see if the sound is coming. So no one cares. There was really like the West who to take help from. You know, we were told that we are the from the Ahlul Bayt, and we're not supposed to take help from anyone who slightly even has zulm, a slight kind of unkindness. So our Imam is absolutely um, compassionate, merciful. And it's a big sin not to follow and, to take help from Zalimun, cruel people. So quite chilling now. He's calm like this and in my state, and there are like the condition, he knows my condition, can talk properly. So is he from perhaps now? I didn't think before because on his profile, Facebook profile, it says Gilgit. And there's a Shia Gilgit we knew who was working for someone, and he tried to molest a little girl. He was 5 times prayer, uh, you know, this thing namazi, as we call him, as we call them, punctual 5 times prayers. Never used to miss a prayer. And I didn't think of that earlier. And now on my other posts also like about him, his father perhaps. Mm. So because of my condition, I freak out a lot. Oh, I should have uh, not told him. Anyways, so this is like I don't want to talk privately to people. I don't know who they are and why they message me, especially the Pakistanis and even my Shia, some of them. They've been like child molesters and all that I've known. Child molesters. 5 times prayers, punctual, daily, not missing one. So if this happens in our country, Pakistan, oh, my mother's country, not my father's, but uh, then what can we say about Americans? Well, yeah, simultaneously we're supposed to raise a voice, but do you think that it is all Americans' fault where human rights violations are concerned in Pakistan, and no one to help us? Because they do it in such a clever way, and we overlook and we forgive because they're poor people, like that. And even like Pakistan's courts are not that of that high standard, and you can have corruption creep in, maybe bribery or something like this. I heard, I'm not sure, like the judges are bribed in Pakistan, so anything can happen in Pakistan. Judges, right? So if that happens, the I think again just remembering, just being reminded of that. I heard. I didn't see, and of course, you don't see these things. Hypocrisy in our society, so rampant at times. I don't know how far and how deep the hypocrisy is. I'm sorry, but I have to mention it now that my health like this, dying. So I feel, talking one, oh my God, I could have trusted in him, and he could be the son of, sorry, I'm just, I can't help it but guess now. So on my other posts also, like, oh my goodness. So the other thing is that, like, I'm, attacked or something like this recently on my live stream on Facebook. He's liked. So, yes, he's like overjoyed about this. That if I call my biological real brother, we will harm him. So, and then, so I'm taking a great risk. So, about doing this about Islam, and my battle with evil on the spiritual level too, I felt I had to do, and no one to hear the voice of especially any Muslim, Pakistani, Arab, because of my case itself. And then here, like where my passport is from, my mother didn't know Arabic, although she was married to an Arab. My father was from the Luwati uh, clan, right? So we, they from God knows what the history is, but you can read about the Omani. Uh, you can read about Luwatis, mostly concentrated in Oman. So they speak. They had this language which was similar to Sindhi Khoja, colloquial Sindhi, not pure Sindhi. So sorry, I just want to take this. Okay, so I was okay. I'll be going to Surah Nur ayat. What was it that came in my mind that I might forget? So like this, and sorry, I have to speak a little bit softly because it's late here, and neighbors. The walls are quite thin here, so neighbors must be sleeping and they go to work. So, but I had to come here. I'm freaked out again, disturbed. I can't control myself. This is my only way. So, you could say that some people in Pakistan, like Atif Malik, were saying that Pakistanis, why would Pakistanis or someone, blow their own horns? What does that mean? It means that talk bad about their country. Like if you stand up for human rights, so you're blowing your own horn and you're giving the enemy, the chance to come and do more. What actually the enemy wants to do is to break you all. So the because of the blowback or whatever, what is this that we? It's not, then is it called blowback or what is it called? That Mehdi Hassan, I heard from Mehdi Hassan, Al Jazeera newscaster. What do you call it? So I'm okay. These things, and then my own country, where you know my passport comes from. So we couldn't take help because it's mailed. Like my father would have to go and they'd listen to my father or something, and not the girl, not the female. So, like looking at Islamic, the setbacks of Islam and the human rights violations uh, by Islam, I would blame it on Islam actually. So then, if we say something, they say, they have things to say like that. Some points previously mentioned. So once I realized how stupid I was to have, not done proper research, and thanks to the eye openers and my own religious crisis, excuse me, I just had my food, so it's not, it's digesting, so excuse me. So what shall we? I didn't know what to do. Um, Brainstorming and all this, and then we get it from you know other uh, than someone like he has a good reason, but then again, I feel that you know um then we'll be blamed that we don't want good for first fix the economy of the country. Or someone like Kaurambai said, so you can do this, challenge Islam, as he said, but then he's going to say that this is just crazy stuff. Who does this? For me, you would be totally against what I'm doing. Not only challenging against Islam, but my personal life and what happened to me. So I feel some people are quite negligent. Okay, back to this Naseem Aariz, or what's his name on Facebook. Last name? Did I say it properly? Sorry, I don't. So he's liked all these live streams also, meaning what? Good that this has happened to you? because of his the one I got a screenshot of. Yes, they would harm my brother. So this kind of a thing coming to me: if you take help from your brother, we will harm your brother. In Karachi, it was a second cousin who was coming to my place, and I was getting like this thing. I said, like, kill me, but don't harm my cousin. His child got cancer and all this and recovered, thank God. So they were, hello, Kashif Ali Bhai. What do you say about this? Uh, Although I'm not taking any, I shouldn't be. Love from UK. Thank you for your love, Kashif Bhai. Uh, so, sisterly love from wherever I am. So, what would you like to say? आप कैसी हो? I'm not well, as you can see. Do you know about my case? Because I'm sorry, I can't explain my whole case here. So right now also, as you can see, I'm not well. Do I sound? आपसे पहले भी बात हुई थी. Where did you talk to me? Yeah, in the live stream. Yes, you've been coming. Thank you so much. So, um, where you? You're Pakistani, and so sorry, I have a little problem with Pakistanis. I can't trust them. Uh, so recently, I said sorry for the late reply to Naseem Aariz or Aariz. What's his name? I'm getting shudders because अपना number दें. Yeah, I expected this from a Pakistani. There's no way I'm going to give you my number. Kashif Ali, uh, you see, you people, you Pakistanis like to harass or put chilies and all on people's wounds. You like to dig people's wounds. तो शर्म नहीं आती? Like there's no humanity in you. I'm Kashmir and not Pakistani. I even don't trust them. Well, even Kashmiris are same as Pakistanis. You can't trust the covert narcissist. You are. आपसे बात करना है, miss, not harass. No, you asked for my number. What is this? जाके अपनी माँ को बुलाएं. Call your mother here. I think you're a juvenile. You need your mother to slap you. आपकी माँ ने कभी आपको slap किया है? अपनी माँ का number दे मुझे. Give me your mother's number. Okay, here we have. I don't want to talk to you. ये कैसे etiquettes? What kind of etiquettes? You're asking for my number. Who do you think I am? Oh, you know very well who I am. No, I don't want your support. I don't want people who come here like this and ask for numbers of women, knowing their case. आपसे बात करनी है. No, not harass, miss. I want to support you. I don't have a number that I will give you. Yani, I don't want support from you. Trust. You have betrayed the trust of people. And I don't want this kind of love from you. I have better support than you, those who kept quiet and listened to me. I have better support. I want to support UK. Can can we, like, how do you people, Pakistanis over there, Asians, God knows who? Yeah, but I didn't really trust you because you see here आप number दें. आपका मतलब क्या है number दें? Yes, I remember I said I will come to Dubai. No, I don't remember that. So you can come to Dubai, but I'm not going to meet you. I don't meet Pakistani strangers, Kashmiri strangers. I don't trust you, your child molesters, people can't trust you living with. I've had Kashmiri workers working for my grandmother in Pakistan when my father's mother was in Pakistan. Very bad family. Vulgar, they are very indecent, वो है ना, sordid people. No, I don't want to talk to you. I don't need your help. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I don't trust any Kashmiri or Pakistani for help, so please. I think UK needs help from you people. I don't know what do you think of the British girls there? आप लोग अपनी लड़कियों को नहीं छोड़ते हैं, बच्चों को. You don't leave your own people, children. So here we have, so Imam Ali says in Najul Balagha that any likeness to God, even in his attributes, which sermon is it? Well, I think I have to check sermon one. I'm not sure exactly if it's sermon one. So do not, he describes what, and then I realized here that in Surah Nur, where is it? Allah is the light. So this is for the Shias. Now you may think what you like that, you know, want to improve. I also want the economy to improve and all this. Um, but in my condition, I could not help. I was terrible in social work. I couldn't even help myself actually in my house. Um, so here we have Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of his light is like a niche within which is a lamp. So I have to open Imam Ali's Najul Balagha. Uh, you see, if you, what Imam Ali is very eloquent in this, so he explains. If you point, if you bring a likeness of him, meaning you're pointing to him. And if you point to him, maybe it's Sermon 1. So all kinds of enemies, even the Muslims, I can't trust even those who were family members, relatives. But this doesn't mean I don't need pity or anything. I just, I'm saying this so that you realize that maybe Iran's case also for now, and what we ex-Muslims, some of us are doing, are really for the good. Although I wish I was like from lawyer to mediation to help a family in Pakistan. Let's see, in this one. So, time and again, I'll be talking about why I'm doing this uh, and what to do when, the Americans, Westerners, have been after the Muslims, and Zionists in Palestine, against Palestine and the Muslims. So, what to do about that also? You can make if you have the energy, you can make a YouTube channel on that. And also, well, United Nations, I was told is. Uh, so no one can raise a voice against America, US, when they, and Britain. Okay, Miss Goodnight, sorry, did not want to hurt you anyway. Best wishes. Uh, Misunderstood me. Yeah, always blame it as on the person. ये क्या है? I'm not going to trust you, and I don't believe in these kind of things, Kashif Ali. So your sorries and this is all hypocrisy. Number दें, अपना number दें. What kind of a order is this? I don't believe you. Goodbye, good riddance to bad rubbish. ये क्या बात हुई? इसका तो जवाब दे. I don't want your help. Do you remember telling you that I don't need your support or your help, Kachuvali, in my previous live stream? So trying to look good on the surface. Okay, miss, good night. Sorry, did not want to hurt you anyway. Ye dekhin Kashmiri hypocrisy, two-faced people. Trying to look good. Oh, you know very well that it would hurt me. Didn't mean to hurt you. मीठी छुरी से काटो जैसे कहते हैं ना. उर्दू में एक कहावत है. It's a saying in Urdu. I don't know what's the equivalent to the saying in English, but it's like with the sweet knife, cut someone up. With the good flowery words, you know the person's weakness, you know where the triggers of the person, you know the psychology, and then you want to say, you want to show how great you are. ये कैसा अदब है? Do you remember me telling you that I do not need your support? No, thank you. अरे नहीं miss, I love and respect you seriously. But do you remember that I said I do not need support from you, and I cannot give you my number? I love and respect you seriously. Allah ki kasam khao. Prophet Muhammad ki kasam khao. Quran pe haath rakh do. I don't believe like this you're saying. ओके मिस, हाथ जोड़ के बोल रहे हैं। So Imam Ali says oneness is to regard him pure. Thus, attach whoever attributes to Allah recognizes his like. Thus, attach whoever's this. Sorry, it's wrong English. Now I'm confused. I can't correct what's this. Sorry, Shias. Sorry, the author who wrote the translation is wrong. Thus, whoever attaches attributes, I say. Sorry, I apologize greatly. I don't mean to humiliate anyone on this. My English is terrible too. Never, I've been deteriorating in life, so I apologize. I don't know what your background is, how you wrote this, how you were when you wrote this, maybe, you know. I am ex-Muslim, Miss. Sorry, I cannot trust you on that. Kashif Ali, I cannot trust you. You know very well that I get triggered when someone asks me for my number, personal number at least. I asked you to participate in what I'm saying now. If you cannot participate in helping me here, then how can you help and support me um on a personal level? Personal level, I never believe in Pakistanis. I never trust them, or Kashmiris. Both are alike. On the personal level, you know what Pakistan did to me on the personal level, MSN Messenger. Do you think I'm going to, like, are you mocking me or something? आप लोग उधर बच्चों को नहीं छोड़ते हैं कश्मीर में, और कश्मीरी भी ना पाकिस्तानी दूसरे के बच्चों को खराब करते हैं, bad things you people do, and you don't even raise a voice against the child molestation that goes on in family members within that, and you want to hide, and then you say anyone who does it, you say you're blowing, God knows what you say. Private talk with you. You know what Sayyid Yusuf did? What, I cannot trust them. They went to London. London फरार हो जाते हैं. Can't live in Pakistan. You know, I've been in Pakistan streetwise, right? I know what you Pakistani Kashmiris are. How much money do you need? How much, or are you getting money to do this here from a Pakistani or Kashmiri rich person, Nawaz Sharif or someone? And thus, whoever attaches attributes to Allah, but God has attached attributes to Himself. Merciful, what else is there? Wadudo, loving kindness. Recognizes His like, and whoever recognizes His like gives an example of His, regards Him too, and whoever regards Him as two recognizes parts for Him. And whoever recognizes parts for him mistook him, and whoever mistook him pointed at him, and whoever pointed at him admitted limitations for him, and whoever admitted for him numbered him. Whoever said, "In what is he?" held that he is contained, and whoever said, "On what is he?" held he is not on something else. So how do we? Okay, one thing is Surah Nur ayat, the one that Allah is the light, right? Another thing is that he rose. Recently, I went to another previous live stream. I wanted to ask Christian Prince, but I didn't get an answer. Maybe I did ask, like, just this in this ayat that Allah uh, rose, rose above the throne. Does this word mean rose or he directed himself? Some say he rose above his throne, translated as rose above the throne. So, also taking this ayat into consideration now, uh, Surah 7, Araf, I think, not Anbiya, sorry, doesn't get loaded properly and this problem occurs, and it's Quran.com. I don't mean any copyrights issues, infringement issues, or anything of that sort. Just for academic purpose, saving the lives, human rights, where we can establish justice as we were waiting for Imam Mahdi and he didn't appear. And then we're told if he appears, it only 40 Mu'mineen will be alive at that time, and he'll have a very faithful 313 soul army of his. But I thought maybe if, like we throw Ariza on 15th, 14th, yeah, 15th night comes first. So we throw this dua for Ariza, we call it, to Imam Mahdi in the Darya, ocean water, and we call him for help. But I felt that we didn't get any help from him. My mother also passed away calling him. So that's why, that thing remains in me. Anything I see in the Muslim world, and I feel not because of a personal thing, but because it's related to Islam. It's related to the Quran or the Hadith. Hadiths I avoid as much as possible, but directly showing you first from the Quran, if it's there. Then, if that problem relates to this religion and one thing leads to another, and so that's why, women's rights curbed, and now that, for example, now that I know that Islam is a false religion, Shia or Sunni, both, um, then, for me, this is zulm to have people, women veiled and to make it mandatory in a state. And then, if someone doesn't wear it properly, you take them into custody. But where the Shia part is that you should first look at the health, consider the health of the person, question the person properly, kindly, how the health is, and things like that. And yeah, so hijab, like she would not have spread adultery, right, by just uh, not wearing the hijab properly. So why give in to the enemy thing also? And she died, but you say the state says, Iran state government and all that, she died because she had a health problem. Now, if she had a health problem, you can even forgive her for that, for not wearing the hijab properly. So I expect a more humanitarian, compassionate behavior, a treatment from Iran being Shia state, a Shia state, and more aware and no negligence of the sort. Thank God I'm able to say this. So indeed, now this ayat, 54 of Surah Araf, indeed your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and then established himself above the throne. Some say established, some say he directed himself to established himself above the throne. He covers the night with the day. This is the same ayat that established himself on the throne. He, then he turned to the ascended his throne. Maybe that was an other ayat. Istawa. Then he directed himself to the heavens. It doesn't say here. Created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and then ascended his throne. He rose. He ascended. Indeed, your Lord Allah is the one who created the heavens and the earth in 6 epochs. Then he ascended. Istawa. How many ayats are there on this? Allah, Lord, Lord, Istawa. Quran ayats. So maybe the one, no, there's only one. Then he, the other one, then he directed himself to the heavens. Then he rose over the throne. I can only find, oh, Surah Yunus also, Ayah 3. Indeed, your Lord is Allah who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and then established himself above the throne, arranging the matter of his creation. There is no intercessor except after his permission. That is Allah your Lord. So worship him, then will you not remember. Where your Lord is Allah who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and is firmly established on the throne of authority, regulating and governing all things. Okay, this translation we can consider is firmly established on the throne. So I wanted to know why Christian Prince and all were saying he rose over. It does, because Christian Prince knows Arabic like anything. So very, very well, perfectly. Istawa, rose over. Is it rose over the throne or is it what the translation? The word itself is like not what it may mean here, but what is the word itself? Established himself? And even if he establishes himself on the throne, he established his authority over the throne, as if his authority was not over the throne. Really, in a manner that suits his majesty. Surely your Lord is Allah created the heavens and the earth in 6 days and then rose over Istawa, the throne. How will we know exactly what Istawa means? And then we have here, okay, let me see. What does Istawa mean? parity, equality. The meaning of istawa in Al-Baqarah verse 29. Created, determined, made, created, I think. Uh, Maybe Surah Baqarah verse 29. Check that, Quran.com. Surah Baqarah verse 29. What is it? It is He who hath created for you all things that are on earth. Moreover, His design comprehended the heavens, for He gave order and perfection to the seven firmaments, and of all things He had perfect knowledge. And He directed Himself to the heaven. Yeah, this one I think Christian Prince had given in an earlier live stream where I went for a little while. So you see, some say He directed Himself to the heaven. The word is istawa. And here, of course, there's some can't trust in the word by word translation also of the ayahs. Some, so spirit is called a soul, right? Word to word in word to word translation of the Quran ayat. So what is this istawa? Where's the word here? Earth, all, moreover, he turned. Istawa. Here it says he turned to the heaven. He turned. Even his turning is not right. If he turned to the heavens, he doesn't need to turn anywhere. Even rising or turning to the heavens. Turning to the heavens? But they said, will you, oh, wait a minute. Um, should he not turn? Then he directed himself to the heaven. His being above all creation and made them seven heavens. He does not have to direct himself to heaven. He can just say be and it is like um, he directed the heavens. He he says, so why does he have to direct himself to the heaven also? Whether it's rose above the heaven or directed himself, he like looked upon the heaven. Or even if they say he looked upon the heaven, uh, some doubt because of what Imam Ali has explained. You see, you can't turning, directing, pointing. Then he directed himself to. It looks like a that it's like Hindu god. Sorry, I don't mean to put the Hindu gods down or anything, but the way the Hindus explain that and his throne is on water. Hmm? When he wants to, where is his throne? So you know that Hindu god Vishnu is on the waters, and he directed himself. My God, this is and what do the Muslims say that this is metaphorical? But then Imam Ali and the Shias even have better explanation that Imam Ali says for sure this directing himself or turning himself or rising above the heaven or turning to the heaven to fashion them, the heaven and fashioned the heaven, right? So he had to turn toward the heaven. When he's turning, he become uh, the heaven, like earth. He turned to look down upon the earth or something. And when he looked down, he made earth. When he turned, he make heaven. Look at the movements, beautiful movements, my God. No, no. But when you look down, but it's not the say here. I'm just talking like that it could have said that turned he direct him he directed himself on the at the earth right below, and there was no below, there's no above for him. So what he the one who is created for you, what in is in the earth. Huh? Yes, here it says like this, but okay, but the earth he also created. Okay, so here it only says that he who hmm, previous ayat I don't read, but this is Istawa, meaning he. Okay, even if it is he turned and directed, and why you bother Christian prince? That Christian prince, are you sure on his lifetime? You see, you know, but you get ignored. So he turned to the heaven and fashioned them. No, no, I don't understand this turning. How can God turn? Please tell us. So metaphorically, even it can misguide you. What do you say about poets? Talk nonsense? Oops. Poets misguide you. Surah poets. Oh, Surah Shu'ara. Uh, as for poets, only the misguided follow them. Why? That is, those who deify their lusts and desires and reject and ignore the religion. So, what the ayat, the number it is? So, this Surah Shu'ara, very long. 224 to 227. Yes, 224 to 227. So you see, poets misguide you, except those who believe and act righteously and themselves subject around the ejected retribution. What's this? Shuara. Except those who believed. Oh God. Quran.com, and I can't find. At the end of, indeed, those early. So they are themselves misguided, and so that's why they misguide you. They're silly people, wayward. Poets are wayward, you know? And so don't be like the poets who misguide you. Romanticizing and all this, right? About things, imagination, using their imagination. But the police, when you are talking about God, give us direct. Don't give us this metaphorical thing that God turned when he has no turning, he has no movement. Aristotle himself said, say, Aristotle said the immovable mover. Aristotle know that God is this divine, whoever he is is the immovable mover. How Aristotle reached this amazing is the immovable mover. Before even Islam come, Aristotle is prepared to call the unmoved mover God. Ooh, Britannica.com, thank you. Right? The life of God, he says, must be like the very best of human lives. Okay, because God himself is life. I mean, a giver of life. Sorry, in the Muslim Islam, so the life of God, he says, must be like the very best of human lives. The delight that a human being, oh, the life of God, meaning the life that God has given you, should be, you know, this is what God wants. Maybe now, you see, this we can interpret, and Aristotle won't kill us if we misinterpret the Quran. What is the saza, punishment? But here we can philosophize, even Aristotle not here. We can talk, no Greek or anyone killing us. We can talk freely. So the life of God, he says, must be like the very best of human lives. The delight that a human being takes in the sublimest moments. You know what sublime is? Sacred, very high. Moments of philosophical contemplation is in God a perpetual state. Oh my goodness, Aristotle. What else do you need? What else do you need? All, everything summed up. All life, you can have the best of life. This is what we're searching for, right? Happiness. We're going after happiness, peace. If we not have peace, Allah, if only this had reached us, and how to know how Aristotle get to the unmoved mover. Huh? Let's go to. I don't want to compromise on my uh, emails and all that popping out. Uh, Oops. So, what Aristotle asks, my goodness, does God think of? You see, now these philosophers, you will tell me not to come here. And okay, you do your challenge Islam, but you know, America and not good for country like Iran. Women come out, protest like that, peacefully protest. But why Aristotle think, contemplate how he do, whatever the philosophers do. Aristotle is prepared to call the unmoved mover God. The life of God, he says, must be like the very best of human lives. The delight that the human being takes in the sublimest moments. You know what the sublimest moments of philosophical contemplation in God a is in God a perpetual state. What Aristotle asks, does God think of? He must think of something, otherwise he is not no better than a sleeping human. And whatever he's thinking of, like Aristotle give more importance to thinking. He must think of eternally. If there is a thought that is eternal, that not a change. So what do we say? Muji Baba say, Muji Baba now is point to us. Pure awareness. What a, okay, the sleeping human. So if he not a think, but he the unmovable mover. So this way, these philosophers are were great thinkers, and you can even correct them afterward. And they're not a mind. Maybe they mind, but they, God knows if they burn. Philosophers used to burn anyone or kill anyone. But they, Plato, Socrates, sorry, they are Socrates. You see, I'm like Socrates. Maybe one day they will tell me here, Zara, Okay, we will not execute you. UAE laws change. Have the poison. Right? Drink it. I will drink it in my principal's name. Truth's name, God knows. Divine love's name. So, but the value of a thought depends on the value of what is a thought of. A thought of. You see? So something has to be, the value of a thought is in what is thought of. So it has to be concrete or something we can reflect upon. Like the Quran I'd say, reflect upon these verses alone or together, even alone. So if God were thinking of anything other than himself, wow, wow, wow. Oh, I get a very distinct. Nara Aristotle. Yeah, Aristotle. Oh no, Nara Hadri. He would be somehow degraded. Nora Greek philosophers. Oh, yeah, Aristotle. He would be somehow degraded. If God were thinking of anything other than himself, he would be somehow degraded. So he must be thinking of himself, the supreme being. Yeah, here I got the level. What a think. And then he's right. Aristotle, I live. And this life is a thinking of thinking. Okay, Aristotle, a thinking of himself, right? So, what is the self? This conclusion has been much debated. Some have regarded it as a sublime truth. Others have thought it is a piece of exquisite nonsense. You see, Aristotle, they're examining very good. Britannica, thank you so much for this. So, you see, a moment of truth seeking, and we will find it. Of course, I will. Hopefully, this is what I hope to find the truth. But a moment of contemplation, reaching the truth is enough than a thousand, even okay, Al Imam Ali say in Najul Balagha. But better than this ignorant, this way of not understanding prayer, this that you're going into the Quran, you not understand what you are living. Who are you following? Better to leave it. So for me, this is, in my opinion, this is life. This is true life. This is my happiness. This is my contentment, and my gratitude comes out. Salutations, Aristotle. I wish he was here. See, don't wish. Sorry, excuse me. Sometimes, I come online and I blurt out things that, no, I myself left wishing and hoping. It's very, very bad. So, what did bring you to the moment, right? So then I was saying, when I read Bertrand Russell, I say he's a very good atheist. How strong not to believe in anything. If I leave my religion, I feel, like I try, like I was saying, atheists are very strong. But atheists also must be that they are very, very present to the moment. That time, America and all writing books come in the moment. So I also buy such books later on, during that time or something, yeah, a little later. No. Okay, so simultaneously, when I find Bertrand Russell's book, I buy it. And then in Karachi, in years 1988, 89, so at the same time, Shakti Goen's book and Creative Visualization, and there was another book, I forgot the author and the name of the book. It's say like come in the present moment. Like when you're making tea, like the Zen, I think, or when you're making tea, and don't think of like God, 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 but when come to the moment. Present is that's why it's called the present, because it's a present. In English, they say present. Another meaning for present means a gift. So this is the best gift of God to you people, your present. So why I figure out in my, you can debate me, you can think otherwise, you can disagree with me, but I think that maybe atheists very strong because they, without realizing, they know that God present moment make it a gift for us, and they are very present. In prayer, you go wishing, oh God, please give me this. Oh God, please. Oh God, I've sinned. Oh God, here I may have gone out, done something, you know, very very conscientious Muslims, believers. Oh God, I've sinned. But then, yes, Imam Ali says, in the night time before going to sleep, think of the day what you have done. Contemplate, see. Maybe, with the sin, oh God, I commit sin here. I get angry here. I get whatever I do. Maybe I've done so many things. Guilty, sin, astaghfirullah. I turn repentant unto Allah. And I seek Allah's help from shaitan, the rejected. Wahm coming. eh, many things like this coming. Fear coming. So, moment. Atheists are in the moment, and already the Quran has smashed them, saying that they are disbelievers. Kufr karte hain na, they reject God knowingly. Many signs have come. They don't, Quran not call them ignorant, but they know the truth and yet they reject it. Says, right, about disbelievers. So like that I contemplate and I find out that, oh, why atheists strong? Maybe because of these books that came from the West fell on me. And like Abraham Lincoln, I memorized every word of it. I was told when I was in Karachi American School, third grade, a story by my ESL, Easy English, ELS, Easy English class teacher, Mrs. Fierce, about Abraham Lincoln, that one day he's sleeping and the books he keep above maybe his head, the shelf or something, and they fall on him, his head, and he get like memory, like photogenic memory of the books that fell on his head. Abraham Lincoln. So what was I saying? The point of this? Oh yes. So no, but I didn't get any photogenic memory. My memory was deteriorating. I mean, I was deteriorating, and my English was deteriorating at that time too. So I, but I was going in the kitchen, reading those books, right? Which is said, be in the now, present here. Stir the tea. Any work you do, just be in the moment. You're sweeping the floor. Be present, because my head, my mind, you know, like Habibi ya Nur alayna sakin khayali, like my beloved, his house, sakin, meaning house in Arabic and all this, right, is always in my head, mind, brain. No, mind. Arabs will kill me. So you live in my mind. So I'm missing my teacher. They separated me. Now it's 1988, 1983 and a half year, 84 perhaps. They separate me. I cry, cry, cry until I reach 1988. My mind's still there, you know, and I write like maybe couplets I write that uh, thinking as कुछ और सोच के भी तेरी याद रहती है. In Urdu I write. Yani your yad, your memory, not go that it come back. It never go. And I even thinking of something else, like if they give me hard labor even, doing something else, you reside in my thoughts. You are in my head. Like in this Arabic song, very good. Habibi ya Nur Alain, ya Sakin Khayali. Your residence is in my mind, in my thoughts. So कुछ सोच कर भी तेरी याद आती नहीं, ना आती है, न जाती है, रहती है, meaning it reside, it abide, it not move. So the West helped me, and then even my teacher, Miss Desase, in 1989, later on, just a year later or so, when I find this book, something like this, right? Tentatively speaking. So, not hope for the future. Tomorrow, then that make me restless because love today, because Boston, this American band song I find that year saying, what? Okay, start with babe. Tomorrow may be too late. Because, beloveds, 1 minute, a second without, like in this, not seeing each other, very bad. Hell. That's just something I just have to say. So I have to say it now. Like I have to, like at least, why wasting time being separated for some future that I will get detached from you? Why not spend time together as family, friends? You come to my house like you used to, and all this. And then I am my mind there all the time. Oh, my mind there? Yes. At my teacher. So the American books, Western book, help me come to the moment. Come to the moment. Stirring tea. I come from my school. Look at it. You are enjoying. You are in the moment. Okay, I should not have said enjoying or anything. You just stir the tea. Bring your attention. Better that way. So that not make you hope for the future like Imam coming, praying God wish. Oh, I know the law. And if my health bad today, I wish for better health. I pray for better health. I pray for better times. No, no, nothing like that. That's why I feel atheists have broken that secret. Even they themselves not to know. But this moment, even they should agree. But anyways, if they don't want to agree, they don't have to agree to that. So, some book, and then it also, sorry, I wish I had wish, no wishing helping. So come, this present moment. But now I go for, now present moment, quote. 1988, I remember very well in my new house, I just come and I not have telephone in Karachi. these books very much good. Now the most precious thing. And we have, Brian P. Grossi's also now. Yes, he's joined my Facebook profile. I'm much honored. He's one of America's coaches. He's underrated actually. He's not that famous. So here he is. So he talks about the wow, and he's written a book on the wow of the now. I hope I haven't said it wrong. You see, so this moment, the big glow, is his group. And see the wow of now here on YouTube here. Here is, oops, I cannot bring it. No, no, I can bring the wow of the now. Life coach, blogger, retreat. Oops. So here, the wow of the now. That's why atheists so strong. So one of my favorite atheists, one and only, was Bertrand Russell. When I read this book against Christian, not that I was having fun, that it was speaking against Christianity, but it's just that I was comparing religion. Oh my God, he was so brave enough to speak against his own former religion. Just not that I was getting thrilled that, oh, someone is speaking against Christianity or anything. No, 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 nothing like that. And and that I wasn't enjoying that part, no, or like that. So the now of the wow of the now. His book is there. You can buy it, I think, on Google search. Uh, the wow of the now. Yeah, here it is, Amazon.com. $23. The wow of the now, awakening to the big glow within. Pierre Grossi, Brian Pierre Grossi. You see this? So if we can all come to this, and that pain, if I can spare you, Muslims and anywhere, but they're going to say, well, she talks a lot, she says things, she preaches. I wish I had found it there, but there are people who claim to have found it, like Brian P. Rossi, there's Muji Baba also. So much grateful to Brian P. Rossi for this, and Muji. You see, Muji now tells us what this awareness is. It's always present. And the present, not this time presence, because the moment we say now, it's gone. So always in the next now, next now, next present, next present. Not like this now. We leave that behind and now do Muji Baba, which I've done. Jamaican teacher. He lives in Portugal, and you can find his YouTube. His and there's also another one, Eckhart Tolle and Rupert Spera. Many and Punjaji was Mujiji's guru, master. So you see, Eckhart Tolle has found it. If you don't believe in me, because I haven't found it. The I just love this, but I haven't found it. You see, And I think the atheists have found what, I mean, even my religion would want this somehow. If I'm, la ilaha illallah, there's no, well, this would bring us close to something what Imam Hussein did in his sacrifice, that life, not this just physical life, but this eternal life. And this body is important, like you take care and you live, it's a blessing of God. But when sacrifice is needed, sometimes reality wants a sacrifice, then you must sacrifice your life. Mother, parents do at times. Don't divorce because of their children and things like that. So you can help yourselves and like so. But I will come back to Islam because picking on Islam for good reasons, I hope I have, and that we will see the fruits. So he rose. And then Imam Ali's great, I couldn't, ooh, very, very emotional. I get, he is a being, but not through a phenomenon of coming into being. He exists, but not from non existence. But right now, I mean, I would really have a, like, I was, oh, what's this God? What's this God? What is this God? Allah, I want to meet him and all this. I mean, I get so this thing emotional. The foremost in religion is the acknowledgement of him. The perfection of acknowledging him is to testify him. The perfection of testifying him. Now my voice has gone faint because I feel betrayed by my Imam Ali also. So I have relapses, sorry, in psychology, if you know what it means. Oh, when will I learn to let go completely and not hurt like this? Anyways, for you, anyone who joins me as we're discovering, but I know for sure that Islam is a wrong, false religion. So, but this path of discovering everything about Islam that is false, and again reminding. So please don't go on my life, my condition, and all this. But even if you become an atheist, just realize that, maybe it could be true that you came to the now and you don't call on any God. Tomorrow give me. Now. And if some, God forbid, calamity, you accept that calamity. You accept the responsibility of this life here. You take the responsibility, not like someone sent you here. Oh God, why did I come here? So that total acceptance has set you free from all this. And you are not restless like me. I mean, I'm just giving my opinion, not and my thing against the atheists, right? So now not even the believers, but atheists. So they accept it because they've taken full responsibility of their lives, and they know that science is there, medical care is there, but if that fails, they don't become restless. Just oh God, why did this happen to me? Maybe it was because of this I did. They just accept it in the so these true atheists, and I wish Russell, but Bertrand Russell was a true atheist. So I'm talking about a true atheist. He accepts life, he accepts his full responsibility. Maybe, not forcing it, but he's seen something very, and he doesn't realize that the wow of the now he's in. What makes that wow of the now? Thank you, Brian Piergrossi. Piergrossi. Much. Okay, now you see here, if you liken, so Imam Ali has used this in Najul Balagha Sermon 1. Thus, whoever attaches attributes to Allah recognizes what? His like. So, shall I take you? And then it goes on to how it is shirk. It's blasphemy. It's, what other word is there? Against God. So we go to Surah Nur again, just now, you know, closing with this and another ayat. So the like, summarizing, the like, what does it say here? That it doesn't say light is from Allah. It says that Allah is the light. You see? It doesn't say light is from Allah. It's describing Allah and what Allah is. Why couldn't we get it at that time? Allah is the light. You see, we couldn't get it at that time because our minds were closed, brainwashed. We dare not question this because we Imam Hussein and sacrifice and Sunnism, Rasulullah and one God. And yes, that one God thing is can be exploited so badly like it has been here I've seen now. So that is a great attraction, you know. Well, a Hindu thing that gods, the different faces they make of their gods, how and what is this this injustice to no extent, and we don't want any part of it, like right. So this one Allah who no one has seen, eyes cannot conceive him. So Quran ayat like that make you deceive you. I but he encompasses all sight. Ooh, we go crazy, you know. La ilaha, nar, what it? Nara, God knows, Islam. I've forgotten, sorry. And then Rasulullah. Nara, because Rasulullah, such a prophet that he bring the intelligent of the intelligent and he maintain it. And Christians now say Son of God and God Himself. Jews have, we are told, and they even call their prophets and their people children of God also. Read in the Bible, not only in the Quran, that Azra the son of God, they say. But I read in the Bible that the Jews also say that we are sons of God, children of God, or something like this. Anyhow, so this I'm not know in what context they say, and in what context different Christians say about Jesus Christ, and why God chose a son and not a daughter. But He chose Bibi Maryam, and He chose a female to give birth to His son. Now here, oh, where am I going now? Sorry. So I was just going to recap, just finish to summarize it and finish it now for now. And then Allah is the light of the heavens and earth. Example of His light is like a niche. His light. Okay. But Allah, okay. Example of His light, like Ruh Allah. Jesus Christ is the Spirit of Allah, the example of His light. But you see here it directs say Allah is the light, not that the light is from Allah. Like we say, like we have here a name of Allah, right? Attribute. Ya Bariyo. Or no, what is, but we say He's the source of all goodness. He's all encompassing. We do not say He, like I want to read the, He's all in, because I want good to come to me. So I say He's, but you know, He's, then I check the Quran. He's all encompassing, that neighbor is going to kill me, want to leave me, want to leave, want me to leave this place, but I still have a year to go. He's all encompassing. Quran ayat, right? This one attribute of Allah. Allah is all encompassing. I want good. No, why it's not written it's all encompassing good? Because He's the source of all goodness. So you cannot say Allah is good. You see? He's all in. Surah Baqarah ayat 115 states that Allah is all encompassing, all encompassing. I want to say good, but it shouldn't come out because that's not the way written in the Quran. So thank you, Quora, whoever has put this in Quora. Also, thanks to them. My Lord encompasses everything, and yeah. No. Allah is all encompassing. And you know, what is, and so I want a source of goodness, good, Allah. Allah name, attribute. What, Ya Bariyo, what is it? Ya Bariyo, source of good. As-salam, Wikipedia. So yes, you can search like this, right? There are 99 names of Allah, and you can find out which one is. I think I found the source of, but it doesn't say Allah is good. So Ya Bari. Ya Bariyo. Create everything. Ya Bariyo meaning creator, create everything. Khalq, well, creator of all good or all bad. Anyhow, don't know. Okay, so I'll just leave this open for now. I don't know, meaning I don't know. So no, I find source of all goodness and I can't find that name of. So anyways, maybe I'm wrong, maybe, but I can't find the name. So Allah is good. No, I should have searched in another way. So just to close for the closing now, Najul Balagha, likeness and istawa, coming to istawa. Indeed, your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and then established himself above the throne. Footnote. There are several linguistic meanings of the words istawa, Allah, among them to settle upon, to assume ascendancy above, and to assert authority over, you see. So now, which one we know which is true? To assert authority over, however, it is known that all the attributes of Allah are eternal, i.e., they have always existed and were present before He created. Thus, it cannot be said that He rose above the throne, as Allah has always been ascendant, because the Creator may not be compared to His creation. The Prophet's companions and early scholars refused speculation as to how his actions could be interpreted, considering any such attempt unlawful. Similarly, the true nature of the throne is known only to Allah the exalted. So another same thing. Yeah, I think it comes very close to what the Shia commentary would say too, and Imam Ali's Najil Balagha. And under this ayat, I could go to the Shia commentary, but maybe I'll do it later on in another live stream. So if I remember, Surah Araf, verse 54, and there's one in Surah Baqarah. There's another one in Surah Yunus, Istawa. So who can tell us about this? Prophet Muhammad was supposed to explain. And thereafter, for us Shias, we have Imams. And our last Imam is in hiding, in occultation. Um, Surah Al-Araf. So you see what Imam Ali says in Sermon 1 of. So then just take the Surah of light. Oh, sorry. Surah Nur ayat. Allah is the light. You see, light is something that has some quality. Mercy, merciful, and all this not have that quality. How shall I say it now? I'm terrible at this. Oh God, why you make me terrible? So blame it on God, blame it on the rain, Milli Vanilli song. Right. Now, what I do, how I explain to you. So, before I die, I cannot prepare myself, my lectures, whatever this is. So, how shall I tell you? Explain. So, light is something like we were told that not even call Allah, like don't imagine Him. Yeah, like Imam Ali say, like if you imagine Him to be energy, even energy has movement. So, but if you call Him merciful, that's okay. I think that, yeah, it not have that what you call it, merciful, loving kindness, Ya Wadudo, Ya Rahmano, Ya Rahimo, Ya Wadudo, Ya Samado, Ya this, Ya that, unique, this, that, uh, 99 names of Allah. The Avenger, even you call him the angry, he takes a revenge, he takes, he does justice, Adal, he's just. Just doesn't mean that you need a movement or some quality in the light. Light has a, how do you say it? Light has a quality, right? Quality, quantity. Okay, quantity is immense. Let's say even quantity is immeasurable. Here is a basic definition. The quality of light is defined by the size of the light source relative to the subject. So can we say like Moji Baba say, can we say that light have, can we say it like this? Quality. Light have quality. And so what is quality? No, can we say light have quality? Now, when I say to myself, what is quality? It have a function, or the standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind, the degree of excellence of something, a distinctive attribute or characteristic possessed by someone or something. Let's see. I'll try to see if I'm correct about this, or I use another word for light. And Allah is the light. It's like saying Allah is energy. Allah. Okay, Allah is powerful, all powerful. You see, it doesn't say Allah is powerful, but it says Allah is in the Quran ayat. Allah is all powerful, and here it does not to say Allah is all light, but it say Allah is light. So light have a certain quality measured against darkness. Oh, so if there is darkness, there's no Allah. It have opposite also. No, no. I know we can't say that because there's compassion and there's cruelty. What's the definition? Opposite of compassion? What's the opposite of mercy? Beneficence? What is the opposite? No, no. Light has something. You cannot say like Allah is energy or Allah. Then you say Allah is life. So life here you touch movement. Ah, Allah. I'm touching myself. Allah. Ooh, Allah, 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 Allah. you know, wherever. Me, life in me. Until I'm dead, I'm Allah. And then maybe after death, there's a subtle life, but still I can touch my, say, Allah, I'm moving, life. So like that, I think the closest I can come, I can't remember. I'm not good at this. How you say it, the light. Allah is the light. This means when darkness come, if there's darkness, what is it? Oh, Shaitan. So now does Allah have rivalry, like a rival to his, you know? Oh, let's not put it scientifically. Let's put it in this religious manner, loosely. So Allah, there is no God but He, the living, the self-subsisting, eternal. No slumber can seize him nor sleep. His are all things in the heavens and on earth. Who is there who can intercede in His presence except as He willeth? His throne doth extend over the heavens and the earth, and He feeleth no fatigue in guarding and preserving them. For He is the Most High, the Supreme, and oh, I forgot my Ayatul Kursi. And He brings out of darkness into light, into light. The believers, right? So I said, I forgot my Ayatul Kursi. Let me see. So in the end, what does Ayatul Kursi say? Oh, how I spelled this terribly wrong. So who extends over the heavens and the earth, and their preservation tires him not, and not a thing of his knowledge except for what he wills. And then continued, but there's no God but him, the ever living, leave behind them. And then it say, there shall be no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from error. Whoever disbelieves in Taghut has grasped the most trustworthy handhold, and believes in Allah has grasped the most trustworthy handhold, which no one can break. And Allah is all hearing, all knowing. Allah is the ally of those who believe. He brings them out from darkness into the light. Oh my God. You see this opposite, right? So now he say he is. So what is this darkness? You Light comes where there's when it's what do they say? There was a story going on email. A big uh, the student he tell his teacher that no, it mean absence of light, right? So light have to come. But what is there if there's an absence of light? Darkness. So this not like opposite compassion, cruelty. This, you know what? This darkness prevails beyond where there's absence of light. They take them out of light into dark. And the Taghut, what he does, he takes them out of light into darkness, meaning out of Allah into darkness. If you take Surah Nur Ayat 1, literally, right? So, absence of light. What did I say? Absent. Maybe I wrong. Absence of light. Let me see. There was an email going on in Karachi. The student, the whole story goes. He explained story absence of light. Please give me the story of a student telling his teacher. Student telling his teacher. Did Einstein humiliate an atheist professor? Once the student replied, "Once again, you are wrong, sir. Darkness does not exist either." Oh, Zara, darkness doesn't exist. Oh my God. So we go on to the story. I don't compromise my email. View simply. So claim. While a college student, Albert Einstein it was. They didn't give us it was Albert Einstein, but this story was going around when I was in Karachi through the email. Humiliated an atheist professor by using the evil is the absence of God. Argument on him. God is absent. Origin. Collected via email 1999. Yes. Yeah, those years. Does evil exist? The university professor challenged his students with this question. Did God create everything that exists? A student bravely replied, yes, he did. God created everything, the professor asked. Yes, sir, the student replied. The professor answered, if God created everything, then God created evil, since evil exists. And according to the principle that our works define who we are, then God is evil. According to the principle that our works define who we are, then God is evil. Slightly confused about this. The student became quiet. Before such an answer, okay, the professor was quite pleased with himself and boasted to the students that he had proven once more that the Christian faith was a myth. Another student raised his hand and said, can I ask you a question, Professor? Of course, replied the professor. The student stood up and asked, Professor, does cold exist? What kind of question is this? Oh, I'm so used to. Sorry. What kind of question is this? Of course it exists. Have you never been cold? The student snickered at the young man's question. The young man replied, in fact, sir, cold does not exist. According to the law of physics, what we consider cold is in reality the absence of heat. Everybody or object is susceptible to study when it has or transmits energy, and heat is what makes a body or matter have or transmit energy. Absolute zero. Oh, this I get in my dream. I've a jump in absolute zero. Minus 460 degrees F is the total absence of heat. All matter becomes inert and incapable of reaction at that temperature. Cold does not exist. We have created this word to describe how we feel if we have no heat. Cold doesn't exist. The student continued, Professor, does darkness exist? The professor responded, Of course it does. The student replied, Once again, you are wrong, sir. I'm also wrong. Darkness does not exist either. Darkness is in reality the absence of light. Light we can study, but not darkness. You see, we can't study darkness. In fact, we can use Newton's prism to break white light into many colors and study the various wavelengths of each color. So now atheists come. You say no proof of God and this and that, right? Very good, Einstein. Leave me alone. I not want to get embarrassed. No. I accept that. So in fact, we can use and you cannot measure darkness. Of course not. So now tell me, does darkness exist? Now tell me if you can see light in darkness or darkness in light. Can you see darkness in light? You cannot measure darkness. Of course not. A simple ray of light can break into a world of darkness and illuminate it. World of darkness. But you see, saying a world of darkness. So darkness does exist, right? How can you know how dark a certain space is? You measure the amount of light present. Yes, this I agree, yes. Isn't this correct? Darkness is a term used by man to describe what happens when there is no light present. So if there's no light present, then what is? Tell me. Finally, the young man asked the professor, Sir, does evil exist? Wait a minute, I have to go slow on this. Maybe if I read the whole thing. Now, uncertain, the professor responded, Of course, as I've already said, we see it every day. It is in the daily example of man's inhumanity to man. It is in the multitude of crime and violence everywhere in the world. These manifestations are nothing else but evil. To this, the student replied, Evil does not exist, sir, or at least it does not exist unto itself. Evil is simply the absence of God. Yes, evil is the absence of God. Yes, you can say that. But now I need my, where have I put, very, very interesting. Yes, Evil does not exist, sir. Huh. And evil is simply the absence of God. So why is God absent? Shouldn't God be present everywhere? Hmm? Or maybe we not realize. Ignorance is evil, that God is present everywhere, ever present. It is just like darkness and cold, a word that man has created to describe the absence of God. God did not create evil. No, of course not. God didn't create evil. I believe in that. Surah Nas or Surah Falak ayats. Evil came out of what he created. So that's a defense for Islam. Evil is not like faith or love that exists just as does light and heat. Evil is the result of what happens. Sorry, I forgot to say, excuse me, as after I coughed. Evil is the result of what happens when man does not have God's love present in his heart. It's like the cold that comes when there is no heat, or the darkness that comes. So, darkness comes when there is no light, but darkness exists. You see, darkness doesn't come or go. Om Namah Shivaya. Right? Sorry, young man's name, Albert Einstein. Something's gone wrong. I need to. COVID, maybe I'm dying. Now that people have taken their masks off. Oh, God. So, where is. Oh, what if. Oh, no, it's here. Sorry, excuse me. I thought I dropped something. Or put it in the wrong place, sorry. Nothing remotely like the account related above appears in any biography or article. So there's a disclaimer here. For those looking for a quick answer to the question of whether the above narrative is literally true, we'll state up front that it is not. So some. So, anyways, oh God, excuse me. Uh, I have to go now. Uh, Something wrong with my throat. COVID. Maybe allergy. COVID is over. Thank you for the likes and all. And the views and joining me here.